Hey, what is going on, everybody? So, in this section, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into how you can leverage online communities to find companies and people that would be a great fit for your product or service. All right, guys, so we are back in Google Chrome right now. And so let's go ahead and give you an example of online communities, right? So let's say you're selling a product or service. Let's say you're selling a marketing consulting service, or maybe you are helping people with their Facebook ads or whatever it is, right? So you want to figure out, where are these people hanging out? You want to work with startups and you want to help them grow, right? Essentially get them from, making a couple $1,000s to helping them grow into 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is. So, example of this would be Product Hunt, right? So Product Hunt, you can kind of say it's a website where people share their latest startup ideas, and especially if they're just launching, but it's also a place where it's a community. It's a community of people that are interested in startups who pretty much are maybe in the early stages of their startup, or maybe they're larger, but there's going to be a lot of people who are early stage. So essentially, if you're selling a marketing service and you're specifically targeting startups who have, let's say, less than 10 employees, then this is a good site where pretty much everybody on this list is a potential customer you can reach out to. And all you got to say is, hey, I saw your whatever on Product Hunt, thought it was great, and I wanted to see if it makes sense to work together. And from there, you're going to have a meeting and see if it makes sense to work together. I mean, this is obviously an example in the tech world, but pretty much every industry is going to have some type of online community, and doesn't have to be as polished as Product Hunt. It could be something like, let's say you're selling a product or a service to life coaches, right? So if you type life coaches and then Reddit, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of results. Let's see, life coaching. Let's see, I'm a life coach. I'm just clicking, whatever random links that come up. And so this forum, right, essentially all these people are people that you can essentially do business with. So if these are life coaches, you could say, hey, I noticed you're a life coach and I saw your whatever on Reddit, and I want to see if I can help you grow your business. Does it make sense to talk, right? Another example is, this okay, maybe this is not the best example, but this is why you got to look around, right? You got to see, what people are saying, and, see if they can use whatever product or service you can offer to increase their value. So this one is, have you ever hired a life coach? So let's say you're even selling life coaching services. You can see in this forum, who exactly here do you think could use your services, as maybe you could be their life coach, right? So Reddit is an example of online communities. Like, on Reddit, there's basically every type of community you can think of, it's on there. And so that's life coaching. Let's go ahead. So we got tech, we got life coaching. So let's go ahead and give you one more example of an online community. So let's go ahead and use Google for the next example, right? So let's say we go life hackers, people that, like to find these hacks in life, and we type in community forum. Okay. And, I already clicked on some of these to check it out. And okay, here we go. All right, so here, hack forums, right? So essentially, what is this about? There's a lot of different topics, so you have to dig kind of through personal life, click into that, and then maybe we could talk about Education Nation. Okay. So pretty much this is a forum about how to win in life in all different type of ways, right? So you can kind of look at the threads and say, okay, well, what kind of problems do these people have, and does my product or service solve these problems, right? And so anyone talking in these communities, they could be a potential customer. And if you could link that person to a company, then that's a company you're going to go after. So this is a little bit more niche, where you typically, if you're selling a coaching or consulting service, or you're selling something to one specific individual, it may not be a business, then this is a pretty good route because it's so personal and you're really just sending these people messages. And to check the validity of these forums, what you can do is you download this Chrome extension called SimilarWeb, and you could see the traffic of a website, right? So I typically use this to see whether or not this website is getting traffic, to see whether or not, you see how many people are actually using it. And it seems like more than 2 million people, or it's getting 2 million visits every single month. So obviously there's a lot of people here that, you could potentially be a gold mine depending on your product or service. So there's infinite amount of communities on the internet. All you have to literally do is go into Google, and just type in whatever your industry is, whether it's like financial tech forums, right? Or whatever, and you'll find whatever you're looking for. So Reddit, forums, Product Hunt, the list is endless. Google is going to tell you everything you need to know. And, so again, the whole point is just to find the right companies that you can work with, right? So Product Hunt, for example, is a good example because sometimes if you're doing something like that's targeting specific individuals, yeah, forums make sense, but other places you might want to find out if it's a legitimate company, if you're selling like a really serious B2B product, and that's going to be here. So that's pretty much it. And with that said, that's pretty much everything we have to cover when it comes to leveraging these online communities.